Super great time Tokyo. Oh, wee, 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 oh, wee, wee. Ah! That's really good. Today we are at Shoinjinja, Tokyo. Let's check it out. So this is the Shotengai, the main street for Shoinjinja. You can buy fresh produce, but nah. This is a nice little town, friendly neighbors, little coffee shops with dogs. All right, let me teach you some Japanese. So, imagine you pull up to Ginza, Tokyo, and you go to a ritzier bar, and it's just lined up with J-babes. And the more you look at them, you realize, oh, these aren't just normal J-babes, these are J-Cougars, AKA J-MILFs. And they are at that perfect age. If they were a fruit, they would be ripe, ripened for the picking. You know what I'm saying? Just. So you spit at J-Coug, and she's like, yeah, I'm fucking down for the love hoe. You take that back, and she's just so skilled in the dark arts that, you know, the wet arts. She's been around it for so long, she just slops you up and you bust in 7 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a J-Cougar, AKA a J-MILF, in Japanese is called Jukujo. Jukujo. Jukujo is like literally in Japanese like just the perfect ripeness for a fruit. And jo is like babe. So it's like when a babe is the perfect ripeness to pick it off the tree and just yeah. It's a MILF. Or a cougar, whatever you want to call it. Jukujo. And this nice little pathway. Was that a park? Let's look real quick. But before I get into these Patreon member questions. Oh. There's a baby. But be quiet. You gotta respect when there's babies in the park. My Jukujo sensors are going off though. I feel like there's definitely some J-MILFs and J-Cougars around here. Is Shoinjinja an undercover J-MILF spot? All right. As always, $5 to become a Patreon member, an Instagram subscriber, a YouTube membership, whatever the fuck they're all called. And if you help a brother out, you know, keeps the lights on, keeps me motivated. And on top of all that, you can ask me a question or shout out whatever the fuck you want, and I'll answer it on this sampo during Super Great Time Tokyo. Let's get to it. Word on the street is I got quite a few questions today. Damn. All right. All right. We're in. Woo. I mean, I'm really only wearing these mitts as a koozie for my cold beer, which today we're switching it up. Today it's the Gold Star Sapporo. Ya heart? Yeah, it's good. All right. J Sinclair _27 from Instagram subscriber asks, yo Dan, where do you go to meet J babes? Are you a street nampa kind of guy or got a more bespoke strategy? I have no strategy. That's my strategy. I do whatever feels right in the moment. That's my strategy. I usually don't talk to stranger babes, J-babes in the streets. But if the flow is right, J-babe peeps a look at me, my thing, and I could sense something, yeah, I'll talk to a J-babe on the street. Other time it's inside of an izakaya. Other time it's someone bringing a J-babe friend and introduces me, and you know, I crack a few jokes, open her up a little bit. Yeah. My strategy is to not have a strategy. You gotta be well-versed in the nampa game. Nampa's to hit on in Japanese. You gotta be well-versed in the nampa game wherever you are. All right? It's a good question. Tizzle 604.2.0 from Instagram asks, yo, what up? My question is, where's the biggest ice hockey community in Japan? Or like, where is it most popular? Also, go Canucks, go. Ice hockey. Dude, I watched the USA-Canada one. Dude, it was sick. In the first like 3 minutes, there's like 10 fights. You know, that's what North America's about. Brothers become rivals when you put on that country kit, you know? Now, I'm going to be fucking honest with you. I have not been to an ice hockey game in Japan yet, but my buddy has. And he went to Yokohama. Yokohama had, I forgot what they're called, but just homie said he went to a game in Yokohama, and I mean, this is not trashing it because he watches the NHL, so he's got a high IQ for hockey. And he was like, the level wasn't exactly there, but the fights were good. He saw blood on the ice in Yokohama. So I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. Oh, careful. A good sign or a bad sign. But they said even the Japanese hockey, they fight. So that's pretty cool. I took off the wrong glove. I was holding a cold beer in my right hand. Here we go. This is the system. All right. This makes sense now. Oh, by the way, a little hint, not a hint. Man, I've been speaking Japanese and English, like sometimes English won't come out and sometimes Japanese won't come out. Holy shit. A little spoiler, I am making some goods right now. And trust there's gonna be something to hold the beer in, you know what I'm saying? A little super great time Tokyo koozie possibly, which you motherfuckers should buy. Yeah. All right. All right, Steve L from Patreon asks, okay, Dan, I have to come clean. That last penis selfie stick question I got from ChatGPT. Look at him, he's trying to blame his fucking questions on the chat, on the ghetto pussy transmission. That's what GPT stands for, right? I would, however, like to ask you if you have a specific genre of porn you like to watch. I know you had mentioned you like alien tentacle porn, but there has to be something else. Hey. Blowjobs? I wish I had a cool answer, like something weird. You know, I'm into like African tribe sex. Blowjobs. You know, all types of them. Blowjob plus and then something like in the woods or like police station or like Shoinjinja. All right. Harrison Fry from Patreon asks, Ohayo gozaimasu. What is your go-to onigiri and hot food from the front? We need the onsen pod. All right, these are two separate things. From the front, I'm assuming from the front of the kombini. So the kombini, like here. So the kombinis, usually, you know, they got all the foods, but at the front, they got the hot foods. So homie knows, Harrison knows. First off, damn. 7-Eleven's got some good oden. Oden's fire. It's like a warm thing. But, you know, the go-to is all the chickens. If it's 7, it's the nanachiki. If it's Family Mart, it's the famichiki. If it's the Lawson, it's that lao chiki. Lawson no chicken, nandakke? Karaage-kun. It's Mr. Fried Chicken. Yeah. The chicken's always a good bet, but wintertime, oden. And if you don't know oden, I am going to actually make a cocktail using oden for the next episode, is what I'm thinking. So stay tuned for that shit. Because I'm also going to have another guest, I think, for the next episode. I had Yudia Collins previously. Next one, I got a little something cooking. So stay tuned. Good question, Harrison. And the onsen pod, that's what me and Yuki, my comedy partner for Badonkadonk, were talking about on the Japanese one. It'd be dope if me and her did like an onsen pod, but then we realized we both have to be naked in front of each other, and then we were kind of like, eh. Like, I don't know. From a viewer, it might be funny, but from us, we're just like, eh. You know what I'm saying? All right. Joshua from Patreon asks, I'll be back in Tokyo for 2 months in April. Maybe I should come this side. Is the sun fucking you up? Yeah. How do I look? Better? Okay. That's a lot of Japanese on a beer. Sapporo Gold Star. Umai. Doko mademo ebisu no hoppu to kuro label no. Fuck, I don't know that kanji. Nanchara power, chikara, tsuyoku, nomi, nantoka kinai, gold star. 5% alcohol. Yeah, I'm still working on my reading, so I'll start reading cans. That should be my practice. Love this city. Shoinjinja, Tokyo. All right. Joshua from Patreon asks, I'll be back in Tokyo for 2 months in April. I always find myself going for/with one-chan. You said before, cougars are jukujo? Holy shit. I just did jukujo. Oh, yo. Okay, that's some good timing. Cougars, like jukujo? Is there a term for guys who like cougars or MILF hunters? Jukujo hunter. Or Daniel Y. Wilson is what they're also called. Also, any neighborhoods or yokochos in Tokyo, you'd go for quality gaijin hunters. Gaijin hunters are Japanese women that try to bone foreigners. Those, we call them gaijin hunters. Any good neighborhoods or yokochos? I mean, Ebisu Yokocho is always an area. Another dope place is called Corridor, but in Japanese, Koridoru. It's known to nampa, to hit on people, for boys and girls. And it's like in the business district of Tokyo. I forgot where, but I'll check up on that. Hey, yo, be careful, 5-0. Whoop, whoop. A bit of 5-0 here. We gotta be careful in the streets. But Koridoru is good. for nampa-ing, girls and guys go there to nampa, hit on each other. So I very much recommend that place. Check it out. Maybe I'll even do a super great time Tokyo at Corridor, you know what I'm saying? But that looks like a good izakaya. But before that, this is the actual Shoinjinja. Jinja's like shrine, or, yeah. Now, out of respect, we are not going to go in there and film it out of pure respect for the gods. But from outside, you can film it a little bit. See how man is bowing? Boom, respect. And you know what? One thing I will teach you is you don't walk down the middle. You walk on the side. So you see everyone? See how they're walking? So she's walking on the side. The middle is for the gods. Us peasant in human form, we go to the outside, and then even when you leave, you turn around, boom, hit them with the bow. Look at that. I know my shit. The gods love alcohol, by the way. Like during Matsuri season, festival season, you take the gods out for a walk and they're always like drinking. So I'm gonna visit you later. But that's Shoinjinja. It's beautiful. Let's keep walking down. Hold on, let me check actually. Oh, we can walk around, yeah. It might be fun. All right. Thomas E. from Patreon asks, Dan, around what age do you sorry. Chunenshosei start getting bitter about being alone? I don't know that. Chunenshosei? なんか一人で
中年女性
中年女性
means 熟女でしょ
Oh, 熟女 Start getting bitter about being alone? Oh, okay, now I understand. When do MILFs get bitter about not having someone? I don't know. I feel like the MILF shop is always open and people are always buying. Are there lonely MILFs? I don't know too many lonely J MILFs or J Cougars. If so, DM me. There's a service in Japan where like women with money, J babes that are J Cougars, J MILFs, pay for a service to have younger men take them out like as a boyfriend and shit. But they gotta have money. I don't know too many poor J MILFs and J babes, J Cougs, but I mean, if you got some yens, ain't no one lonely. You're literally asking what age should you start hitting on MILFs in Japan, huh? The one thing I'd be careful for is Japanese women age so well that by the time for us Westerners that they look like a MILF, they could be like, 76. You gotta be careful. All right, Tagmata from Patreon asks, hey yo Dan, just hit around 300 hours of Japanese study, holy shit, congratulations, and a solid half are from your podcast and teaching us Japanese. Hey, well look at that. This wasn't meant to be educational, but look at me, educating the people. Completely unrelated, what are some memorable moments you've had when you were on holiday or on a break? I'm assuming in Japan. Oh, I got one. I totally got one. That's a grave, by the way. This is not like a shrine or something that you might think. That is a tombstone A Japanese tombstone. Kind of dope. It's probably someone really important. It's probably like Mr. Shoinjinja. I'd made that up, but I guarantee you it's someone very important's grave. It's like the Japanese George Washington, you know what I'm saying? It's Shigeru Washington. One thing I did, a memorable holiday, my first year out here in Japan. It's really bright, huh? Let me come over here. My first year moving to Japan, I went to Sapporo, up north, where it's kind of known to be cold, and I went to an onsen during winter. And so it was an outdoor one. An onsen is a hot spring. So I'm outside and it's snowing, right? It should be freezing, but the hot spring is so warm that me and my boy, we're out there outside looking at the mountains with snow on it, and it's snowing, and we're butt naked and we're in hot water, just like standing there. In that moment, I remember feeling like I feel Japanese, like this is Japan. Especially because I looked down at my penis and it was fucking shriveled up like a little raisin because it was so cold out there. But my feet was warm. Yeah. Jesus, man, I got a lot of questions this week. All right, let's do a few more. I don't want to show too many children, you know, in this. But let's just walk around. Kevin from Patreon asks, yo, Dan, got another one. An occasion, Asian from time to time. Yeah, when I look at the sun, usually I turn into an occasion. I like the last episode you did with Yudie. Thank you. Yeah, she's great. And I just found out that you are Korean. The fuck? This podcast just keeps on getting better and better. Arigato, Daniel-san. Yeah. Something funny about that is I thought I was like pure Japanese. The side of me that is. Turns out that even that side, there was a lot going on where like you're actually Korean. Zainichi is what it's called. You're like Korean Japanese. So yeah, both sides of my family, even the American side, is like got dominated. Because I'm like Native American, Indian. So the white people fucked us up on that side. And then on my Asian side, the Japanese people fucked up my Korean side. So like both sides are getting dominated. I just love getting dominated, you know? All right. Mason E from Patreon asks, yo, Dan, I know you're a public menace right now, but what was some of the more mischievous shit you did back in America? P.S. Does it clap when you jump? Mischievous shit that I did in America? I mean, I did more mischievous shit in Mexico. I went to like the strip club on like a weekday, like Wednesday at like 2 p.m. So they're like, C Squad was out, just like these fat girls. One girl had like one leg. She came out on crutches. I paid her in pesos, obviously, and got a lap dance from a one-legged fat Mexican stripper. She was working, right? This is her profession. And I got a boner. That's pretty mischievous. All right. That's the Super Great Time Tokyo podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.